what's some advice that maybe you would give somebody who is not Black that maybe hasn't spoken out or doesn't speak out regularly for fear of maybe not saying the right thing, offending somebody, or maybe losing respect within, whether that be, I don't know, sponsors or teams or anything like that? This is open for anybody. What would be some advice that you would give them?
I think the best advice that I can offer is just to speak your truth. Speak your truth, and you have done something for somebody to allow for that information to permeate, right? So if you lose a friend because you spoke your truth, like, that's really not up to me to decide. But you allow for the conversation to continue and not be unheard and not be ignored. So you allow for somebody else to spread the information for somebody who may need to hear it.
Yeah, and I would add to that just the idea of, kind of shedding that fear of saying the wrong thing, but also prefacing it by saying, hey, listen, I don't know if I'm saying this the right way. I don't want to offend, I'm trying to learn. And, so you give yourself that rawness that Jordan was talking about, to open yourself up and say, I might get this wrong, but I'm trying and I want to learn. And if I get it wrong, you will be able to correct me, versus if I never say anything, if I never, venture out on that limb, then I'll never know if I was wrong to proceed. So I think just having that rawness and being unafraid to make a mistake, but if you make a mistake or if something comes out the wrong way, be ready to make that correction and move forward. And that's what I was talking about the education. Once you learn that education, once you get that point of knowing what people are going through, that should change your perspective and that should change the way you move forward.
Anybody have anything else they want to add?
Well, I was going to say that I think that another thing too is that, like, I'm all for educating. I think people should get educated, and I think that's why, one of the reasons why, because there are people that are in the middle on a topic like this that don't know how to swing either way. And I think that you also have to understand the importance of what it means for you, even if you are, if you aren't Black, if you are someone who's whatever race you are, if you see these issues, and when you don't post something, it makes the opposition feel like, oh, I can do what I want, because even if anyone sees me do this, I can say what I want, do what I want, and there's not going to be any opposition to me. And so I think, like, you have to understand, that they take that and they use that as the fuel to be able to, like, I can do what I want because I don't have anything in my way to stop me. And no one's going to say anything to me. And so I think understanding the importance of just saying something, saying where you stand, there is an importance to that, because it's either you stand against it or they know you're not going to stand in their way. And I think that you also have to understand the importance of that. Gives your voice a lot of meaning behind the things you say and what you represent.